Once again, a new year. No resolutions this time. फ्रेंड्स, शुरू करते हैं एक शेर के साथ। हर साल आता है, हर साल आता है और हर साल जाता है। क्या? हर साल आता है, हर साल जाता है। आने वाले साल में वो सब मिले जो आपका दिल चाहता है। क्यों? मज़ा है ना? हम तो यही चाहते हैं। वी ऑल वॉन्ट something from the new year. But we never talk about the past year as to do the post-mortem at what we had not done the previous year, the year that has passed. Yes, in fact, we should start now thinking, if we are progressive people, if we are progressive country, we must think of what we did not do. Now, if we are to harp on this year that went by, as you know, we had a lot of disruptions. The major disruption was the COVID virus, which changed the lifestyle of students, particularly students, because they got used to studying from home. One way it was good, but the other way, what they lost was that the bonding in the classroom, the going to the school, this watching the building, and going in transport to the school, looking at the people on the way going to offices, that was missing. So there were losses and there were gains in various types, which is always the case. But what happened last year, the year gone by, was this war between Russia and Ukraine. Much that India didn't want the war and didn't want its friend Russia to go into the war, but for reasons best known to them, the war did take place, and it is more a fight for the ego. Why I'm saying ego? That there are so many countries involved and very wealthy countries involved, but the war goes on nonetheless. Friends, this is Mahesh Golani, and with the topic New Year. Now, New Year, I will say, is New Year or Naya Saal. As in India, we say Naya Saal. So, what we do is actually, and it's become a ritual now, resolution. Year's resolution. But friends, the statistics which have come out in the papers today say that 80% forget their New Year resolution by the 15th of the month, which is 15th of January, they forget. Now, only 6% continue till the month of February looking up what resolutions they had made. So I would think this year, let's not make any resolution. Let us only think what we can do good for ourselves, for our area, for our city, and then our country, and then again the world. So, beginning with ourselves, if we start, we have to make ourselves strong. We have to make ourselves believe in ourselves. We have to make ourselves caring to everybody, especially your parents, your relatives, and then things will fall in place. Yeah. So, therefore, no resolution this year, but still, we will get better. This year that's coming, this year that's 2023, we are going to get better than last year. Now, how to get better than what we did last year? Now, people rate themselves better maybe through success. 80% rate themselves as successful if they have grown the following year. Some people who have very broken relationships or they've had bad experiences with family members probably take a resolute vow that this year they will make join the threads, join the dots, and make everything same as it was many years back or even last year. There are some who have ambition in sports and they think that they will win some kind of a medal somewhere. Then there are someone who think in the office they will go in for promotions or they will rise up or their salaries will go up. And there are some who want to grow up spiritually. So everybody can grow up, but you don't have to make a resolution, because the moment you make a resolution, you are disappointing yourself. You will feel that you're not living up. You will feel probably suddenly something came in this week or this month and you couldn't give time to your resolution and you feel disappointed and then you give up. But then if you've not made any resolution, there is no question of giving up. But then you made a vow within yourself, with yourself, that, I have to just rise up in life. I have to be a little extra than ordinary. That's what is required. Friends, India is opening up. Make in India, and there's a new education policy for students. Let me tell you that the government of India has put in a new education policy which is very friendly, students friendly. It's easy, and let me tell you, there are 2 or 3 states who have already adopted it. Most of the states have not, but in due course of time they will eventually. So here you can take do multi degrees also, which means suppose if you are good in biology but not so good in maths, you can take up science, arts also, humanities also, and you can take 2 3 degrees along with it. for students who are very good and who thought like completing one degree and going for the next degree was a waste of time. But this is just one of those advantages. There are so many. This new education policy is very good. And again, the government of India has now started manufacturing, giving you single window manufacturing opportunities. So go for it. Try to read what is there for you for the future. The country can just do this much for you, make it easy, but you have to work hard on it. Nobody will come and feed you. One thing I'll tell you, you have to just learn yourself. You must have that in you. You must have that the wherewithal, the desire to come up, the desire to be different. You must. So then again, there are roads that are being made, there are latest cars that are coming, the trains are getting faster, the planes are getting faster. And they say the artificial intelligence and your Web 3 is coming in also. So do something on AI, or even Web 3 series has come in. Let me tell you one thing, it's quite possible that Google may not be there in another 2-3 years. Sounds strange, isn't it? But don't worry, there are disruptions everywhere. Today, you have to believe it. Earlier, 50 years back, there was a Ripley's Believe It or Not, which means the strange things were not accepted so easy, and it used to come out in book form. These days, everybody can believe anything. Who thought COVID will come and the whole world will get into a house? So indoors, the roads will all over the world be empty. In one way, it was good for the environment and other things, but everybody needs progress. Everybody needs to work. So on the work front, we were going backward. So therefore, I think. Yeah, I think, and I also believe that please, if you are my follower, if you feel what I speak is good, believable, practical, logical, please don't make any resolution this year. Just try it. Don't make any resolution. Just let it go. Now, I'm not saying that not to welcome this new year. Let's welcome the new year with a new hope and a blank canvas. That blank canvas has to be painted by us. Happy New Year. See, now, even the new year, most of the world, about 60% of the world celebrates on the 1st of January. But there are people who celebrate on 25th January. There are countries who celebrate in the month of February. Yes, China celebrates New Year in February. And dear friends from India, we celebrate New Year here in March. Some in the month of April. Bengalis celebrate around 14th or 15th of April. And so on. There are some who celebrate New Year in October, November. So it's okay to each according to them. But I'm going by the 1st January Gregorian calendar and asking you that no resolution this time, but for your personal growth, what you should be doing, if you do what I'm telling you, then I'm telling you, you would be very good, you'll be better placed by the end of this year again. And then in future, you'll not make any resolution. I don't know where it started, this resolution business. I don't have any resolutions. See, now this little boy was taken yesterday, named Rahul, by his father to the market to buying vegetables and all that. When he went, he didn't want to go, but father said, "Okay, I'll buy you a gift." So Rahul said, "What gift?" He says, "Whatever you ask for. Come with me for 1.5 hours. See, it's an adventure." He was a 10-year-old boy. So when he went there, and suddenly while he's buying vegetables, he came across a shop which was selling pets, birds, fish, and all that. So when he saw in a cage these birds were flying here and there, and one bird injured in the beak who wanted to come out of the cage, he asked his father that, "You said you will give me a gift, and I want a gift." So the father said, "What gift do you want?" He said, "I want to set these birds free who are inside the cage." So the father was happy, and he asked the shopkeeper, "What is the price of these 2 cages which have birds? Set them free." He says, "Set them free? This is crazy." He says, "Because my son Rahul wants it that way." So he says, "Okay, I'll not charge you more, but because this is my living, my family lives on this, I'll make it cheaper for you. You have to pay 3,000 for this." The father gladly paid 3,000, and Rahul set all the birds free on the 1st of January, and he thought he had celebrated New Year in the best way by giving freedom to living things in life. That's also one of it, which is wonderful in my album. And going by that book of this boy Rahul, I would say all that you have to do is spend 1 hour every day exercising. You must do this. I'm not saying this should be your resolution, but this is what you should be doing for your growth, personal growth. You should be sleeping well. I would request everybody, whether you're a homemaker, whether you're a student, or you're working, or you're a grandfather, mother, whatever, you must read 20 pages a day, irrespective, magazines, newspapers, or book. 20 pages a day. Yes, friends. And if you are a student, or if you are within 60 years of age, I would say learn an online skill for say 30 minutes every day. An online skill, because the future will ask you to be a little online friendly. This is my request, not asking you to make a resolution. So before I wind up this program of mine, this YouTube of mine, which is New Year, no resolutions this time, I would say a Hindi शेर on a very comical note के आलू सड़े पड़े हैं, आलू सड़े पड़े हैं, टमाटर भी सड़े पड़े हुए हैं, प्याज भी सड़े पड़े हैं। अरे भाई, आप अभी तक ब्लैंकेट के अंदर क्यों सोए पड़े हैं? उठो उठो, शुरू करो, दुनिया आ गई है, नया साल आ गया है, अब हमें कुछ करना है. With that, this is Mahesh Golani signing off and asking you to please like my video, to please share with your friends and make it popular. And once you make it popular, money is not what I want, but I want more people to read this, to watch this, and to enjoy my videos. Until then, until my next video, this is Mahesh Golani saying namaskar. और मैं सबका, आप सबका बहुत आभारी हूँ कि आप मुझे देखते हो. जाते हैं फिर, शब्बा खैर.